All right, here we have number 10. So number 10 asks us to simplify these. It's the same thing as before, but now there's just a variable, but do it the same exact way, okay? So we have this rectangle of 125, then we also have this rectangle of x. 25 could be actually, 125 can be actually broken down into 25 times 5, yes. This actually have a length here. This is 5. Nothing happens to the 5 here. It's just radical 5. And you don't know what the length of x is, so it's just radical x, okay? So let's break this up. This breaks up into square root 25 times square root 5 times square root x. We know what this is. This is radical 25. That breaks down to the number 5. Nothing happens to that radical 5, and nothing happens to the x. So this is the answer. 5 radical 5x. Same process here. You have that 80. Oh, I think that 80, we did that from before. That was 16 and 5. Okay? Then you have the x to the power 3. That x to the power 3 actually has a square in it, right? That is x to the power 2 times x. Okay? We know the length here of 16, that is 4. The length of 5 is nothing, so square root 5. The length of x squared, it is just x, and the length of x is just square root x. So this breaks down into radical 16 times radical 5 times radical x squared times radical x. So the answer here, this becomes 4, this becomes x, and then what's left inside the radical was a 5 and an x. And that is your answer. For C, notice there's a 2 in front, so let's just ignore that 2 in front, okay? Let's just break down that 28. That 28 could have been broken down into our 4 and 7. And we know the length here, which was 2. Nothing happens to that 7. It's just radical 7. All right, so this breaks up into radical 4 times radical 7. The radical 4 becomes 2, bring everything else down. 2 times brings down. The multiply by radical 7 comes down. 2 times 2 is 4 times radical 7. That's your answer for radical 7.